Yo, what's up guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today. This is our LCS 2021 Spring Split Power Ranking. So, the LCS 2021 Spring Split is literally roughly coming up this month because when you guys are seeing this podcast, this is going to be obviously on New Year's Eve. So obviously, Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully you guys are safe and you drank a lot, you smoke crack, and you put the crack up a hooker's butthole, whatever you do on New Year's Eve to make yourself happy. And yeah, this month we'll kick off the lock-in tournament, and then we'll get to see a general power rating on how strong these teams are, and then we'll kick off the LCS 2021 Spring Split, which is only going to have 6 weeks. Then you have the knockout tournament to go to MSI, and then obviously the year will just unfold from there, depending on which region you watch, LCS, LEC, LPO, or LCK. I watch them all, so, it doesn't matter to me. I know about all these players anyway, but, my list is based on how strong the roster is currently with some veteran players, also going off star power. I know a lot of rosters don't have star power, and that kind of will put you down. And also, when it comes to the LCS, more than pretty much any other league, in my own personal opinion, if you don't have a strong mid laner, your team kind of sucks. That's what I've noticed so far. So, this past 2020 LCS season we had, the teams with Ica, Ryoma, they were just so bad. Even Pobelter didn't play that well toward the end of summer 2020. So, other than that, I think I have a pretty solid list overall. I'm sorry if your team isn't ranked higher. I'm sorry. I go into this with a lot of logical thinking. I'm not a fanboy. I make sure that all my criticisms are fair, and, I don't really care for hurt people's feelings. I don't really care about that. If you get butthurt by lists like this, then, go back on Reddit and cry to your mother for all I give a shit. But that's pretty much it. Today I'm joined here by Blue Place. He also has a channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to him. Blue Place, what?
Yes,
yeah,
do that.
Yes. Your channel is just called Blue Plays, right?
Yeah, Blue Plays. You can find it if you type Blue Plays videos.
What about Red Plays?
That's the, what?
I'm just kidding. We're joined here by iHades, New Guy, and Warren. Warren hasn't been on here for a bit. How you doing, new guys?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got off work.
Yeah?
Ready to throw down my list.
All right. So...
good.
Okay, that's good. Warren, if you swear to God, if you have TSM at your first place team, I'm kicking you out. I hate you.
Close though,
what?
really close.
Oh my, this guy has my probably at number 2. I know he does. I know he's gonna be like, dude, man, Power of Evil, bro. I saw him shirtless, and that's gonna make us second place.
Oh my god.
Alright, so I'll go first. My first team is going to be Golden Guardians. That's 10th place. This roster was more or less so because they didn't have the funding to build a better roster. This roster doesn't really have a lot of players with a lot of firepower from what I can see right now. Blaze Olive, Stixxay. I mean, Blaze Olive looked good in the LCS Academy on certain games he played. He didn't look good consistently, and you're also bringing in players who have never played LCS games at all. Then you also have Stixxay, who's been literally phoning it in on the LCS stage since 2018. I don't even know how he got on a roster as a starting ADC over players like Cody Sun. It's no offense to Golden Guardians. This is a rebuilding year for them, and this is a good thing for teams like Golden Guardians, because if one or two of these players work out, then you can have these players go to different rosters in the LCS, and you can make money basically farming up new players that other orgs won't take the risk on because they're trying to win. But this is not a bad 10th place team. They're going to be absolute dog shit. It's just these are a bunch of new guys. They never played LCS, and you're having Stixxay lead them. And Stixxay is also going to have a Latin American support whom he cannot speak to. If this doesn't scream 10th place to you, I don't really know what will. Because the other roster, which is Dig, is my 9th place team. They at least, no, sorry, that's going to be Immortals. They at least have Xerxes, and they at least have a player like Destiny, who've actually played in the LEC together, and they're actually pretty decent all things around, but nothing to top tier. But that's the reason why I have Golden Guardians as my number 10 team. It's just, there's nothing here, really, honestly. Literally, you're just banking on the fact that these players could surprise. That's all you're banking on. That's literally it. And you're also banking on the fact that Stixxay could play good in the year of 2020 when he's not been playing good. Me and my friend had an argument. He was like, oh, well, Stixxay was that. He's been pretty decent. No, he hasn't. He's sucked. He's actually just sucked. What the hell? He's just been trash. Come on. Literally smooth.
Stixxay's the The face of CLG.
that's
He
saying,
said, what,
that's saying a
one
lot.
pop-off moment on his Ezreal?
Like, literally, he was getting carried by Biofrost and Smoothie, and you can clearly tell he was the worst laner, potentially as an AD carry in the LCS. Like, no offense, I'm just looking at your gameplay. He might be great as a person. That might be amazing, but that don't mean shit when you're getting your shit caved in 0-10 on Misfortune in some of these games he's probably going to be playing. So, yeah, Golden Guardians is my 10th place team. Does anybody else have Golden Guardians as their 10th place team?
I do.
You want to hear my
I
10
have-
seconds?
Okay, I want to get to the people who have the same 10th place, and then we'll do the other guys, okay?
Yeah, I have Golden Guardians 10th.
Okay, so who
yeah,
else is...
me too.
Okay, so you guys have him 10th, right? And Hydes,
Yeah.
who's your 10th place team?
Dig.
Okay, Blue Place, why you have Golden Guardians 10th?
This is my 10 seconds. I look at their roster. I'm like, Niles, who are you? Iconic, who are you? Blaze Olive, who are you? Newbie, who are you? Oh, look at Stixay. Oh, wait, Stixay was the worst AD carry last year. Oh, okay, worst team.
He was like, hey, it all makes sense.
I see Stixay, and it makes sense.
It all comes
That's my
together.
10 seconds.
Oh my god. Okay, Warren, why is Golden Guardians 10th for you?
Golden Guardians is like a Walmart team. Like,
What the
they just.
Yeah, they get the shopping cart. Oh, let's put a little bit of Niles in here. Let's get a bit of Iconic. Oh, yeah, Stixay. He's the special product. Let's get him in here.
So, like, well, okay, so the only one that's like Stixay hasn't been relevant since what 2016, probably.
If even.
Blaze Olive has kind of just been in academy, like lingering and like working on his trade craft, I guess. So it's like, well, sure. A Latin American support, that's I don't understand if you're gonna get an import slot, why not get like a rookie from Europe that's young and playing EU Masters or yeah, and Niles, I've seen him in Maryville, but and he was on TSM, I believe, for their boot camp when Broken Blade couldn't make it, and he did okay, I heard, when he was boot camping with them in China. So it's a lot of question marks, and Stixay is just like he's like Aframoon. He should retire. He's just garbage. No offense.
My god, this man just going ahead with the flame. On Golden Guardians Academy team, they had Prismal, who was on 100Thieves Academy team as an AD carry. If Stixay starts failing, I could just easily see them promote Prismal to the starting spot. I don't really see much in this team, though. Like, hey, I'm just being honest here. Maybe these players pop off, and we're all wrong about these players, right? Maybe. But there's also a world where I start sleeping with Scarlett Johansson and I get married to a stripper and I have a Lamborghini outside. Now, does that happen? Probably not, because that doesn't happen to guys like us, because we play League of Legends. So I just don't think this Raw roster is any good. I think this is 10th place material. All right, so Hades, your 10th place team is Dig. Now, why do you have them at 10th place over Golden Guardians?
I feel like, especially kind of just looking at top, mid, and jungle, I feel like not so much jungle, but I definitely say in top and mid, I feel like Dignitas definitely has the worst solo laners in the league. Fake God and Saligo? Yep.
Yeah.
Just have not proven themselves. I've seen a lot from Niles and from Blaze Olive, and they definitely have potential and a lot of potential to be growing. How well they're going to work with Iconic is going to be a mystery, though.
I just think that having them at 10th is iffy because Dardoch and Aframu, I just think that they're so much better than the players on Golden Guardians and Immortals that they would easily just get more wins because of that over at least these two teams. That's what I think.
My thing was Dardoch and Aframu have both just been on a massive downgrade in the last 3 years. And they just have not been proving themselves how they were years ago.
Okay.
I mean, Dardoch got ruined by TSM.
Or did he ruin TSM? Hey,
no.
You never know, man. Hey, dude, remember there was that narrative that, oh my god, Dardoch should be on TSM. He's the perfect jungler for TSM.
I never followed behind that narrative, but I do remember that narrative.
I remember that Reddit. That wasn't Reddit, bro. Everyone's like, dude, he's coming back. This guy's amazing. And I'm like, who the hell is this?
Yeah, no.
And then I watched his comments. I'm like, wait, what?
Man was
Why did you want this?
This man was over your
Aframu hasn't looked decent since the last time he played with Stixay, which was what, 2016?
But support is so easy, bro.
No, he looks good when he got the MVP with the 100 Thieves, remember?
Okay, yeah.
He looked good in 2018, relatively. It's just like, I don't know if I would have Dig that low because Dardoch and Afro, and even Saligo, and even Fake God, they've at least had LCS experience, and I think just by that experience alone, it's going to get you wins over Golden Guardians easier. Like, because banking on Dig getting 10th is basically saying that these LCS players are going to be worse than players that have literally pretty much just started LCS, outside of, like, Stixay, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's wrong, it's like, I just don't see it
No,
personally.
I get your point.
Yeah, go ahead, Warren.
No, I was saying the only positive I see with these bottom teams is that we're actually seeing more, even if it's sewer talent. It's North American sewer talent. So
True. At least it's coming out of the academy. It's not coming out of another country.
Not
yeah,
to
we're
mention,
getting-
Dig still has no head coach, or an academy roster.
Oh, okay.
So
They're out there in the fucking streets asking the homeless people, dude, hey, you trying to make
Wait,
some
isn't
money?
Think Card supposed to be head coach?
You,
I
like, go to
think so.
go
Still
to a
up in the air.
supermarket. Go to
Nothing's
a
confirmed yet.
go to a supermarket. Ask the manager to be your head coach at this point. Just kidding. Oh my god. All right. So, any
That's what
other?
Griffin did.
So you have 10th place team Dig for Hades. We have Golden Guardians at 10th place. What is your guys' 9th place teams?
Dig.
Mine's is Immortals.
I have
Rip.
Golden Guardians there.
Oh lord. Okay.
I have Dig.
Oh god, it's all getting circled back. All right, Warren, start it off. Why do you have Dig at your 9th place team?
Well, let's look at the roster right just before we go with.
I have it all right here. You have Fake God, Dardoch, Saligo, Neo, and Afromu.
Okay, so like Saligo and Fake God have like the potential to grow, like someone mentioned, but Afromu is like he's a con artist and a criminal. That he's been taking money from these teams, like this team, and like saying that he wants to win. Like, stop, dudes! Like, you're washed up. Become a. It's what I've been preaching, like with on other episodes. Is like you're old. Just be a positional coach. Get these guys to like become better. Why you like if Bjergsen can retire, your ass can retire. No offense. And then Dardoch is he's just an issue
Dardoch.
from is Dardoch. So
Yeah.
like when you have like this sort of like I don't see the synergy. Neo. I don't really know.
Neo was
Saligo,
Asta. Remember Asta when you played on
Oh
Optic?
yeah. The Asta wasn't too bad with Optic Gaming, but that was like a budget sort of middle, not even middle of pack, bottom middle of the pack team at best. When they had like I think it was like PoE was on it with Acadian and Dokla at that time. So I just don't see it. I just think that these people are just collecting checks. This is a paycheck team. That's all I can think of. No offense.
But
All right.
okay.
Okay, here's my break. Honestly, the logic is infallible. Basically, we had Golden Guardians, have one stick say, okay? What happens if you have two stick say? It's better than one, right? Yeah. So Afromu and Dardoch are two stick says. So I see this team and I compare it to Golden Guardians and I have my answer. Dig is better than Golden Guardians. They're 4-9s.
Okay.
What can I say?
My 9th place team is going to be Immortals. So you have Revenge, Xerxes, Insanity, Raze, and Destiny. I mean, Revenge has been in Academy for so long. I haven't really seen any potential out of this guy. I'm just being honest. Xerxes is basically a better version of Xmithy with worse teammates around him, so his impact around the map is going to be substantially worse. Insanity looked okay in some games. He had some good Orianna games, some good Azir games, but that doesn't really mean much. I need to see more out of him. Like, it's not like he doesn't have potential. I don't want to just use that word just randomly on every single player, but he seemed like just a basic LCS mid laner, just a worse version of Demonte, like a thrift version of him. That's with less potential and less mechanics. So that's also going to be a damper in how Immortals will do well. Then you have Raze, who was on Legacy, the Oceanic team at Worlds
Legacy.
2020, right? Yeah, he was okay. But he only looked good on Draven in that one game that they legitimately threw. He threw so hard on that Draven pick against LGD. But other than that, he looked okay. It's a solid AD carry. I could see him doing well on this team and getting another spot in a bigger organization the following year. But this year he's gonna be basically fighting for his life on this team. And Destiny looked okay in the LEC. Like he looked okay on Origin, but I didn't see much of Destiny either. Like you have a Oceanic bot lane, you have a decent mid laner. None of this has any synergy. Like we're talking about like Dig having no synergy. I mean, this looks like trash. This looks like complete garbage. All you have is just a proven jungler in Xerxes, and he's not really proven though. His playstyle is just like Xmithy's. It's not really anything different. Insanity is just a basic version to me of Demonte. Like these are just not good players. The only good player I see coming out of this is pretty much just Raze. Destiny, he'll probably get swapped out. Like he wasn't that good either. So Immortals are my 9th place team. I don't see much in this team at all. Weak top laner, substantially okay jungler, decent mid laner, and by decent I mean like on a scale of 1 to 10 I'm like maybe a 4. And you have Raze, which is a pretty strong ADC. That's it. This team only has a strong ADC. Like I know people might go on the coach aspect. I don't really want to count the coach aspect because we don't really know what they bring to the table. It's useless to say coach brings something when you don't know what the coach actually brings. You know, so yeah, Immortals are my 9th place team. So
yeah, I should be the coach.
Who else didn't?
What?
Who else didn't go for the 9th place team? It was Hades, right?
Me.
Okay.
Hades
Yeah,
doesn't.
I pretty much broke it down already when I was explaining my 10th place because I have Golden Guardians.
Okay.
And pretty much my thing was Niles and a Blaze Olive have high potential. Stixay can have his pop-off moments, but they're few and far between. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, so my 8th place team is going to be Dignitas. So I think that just with having Dardoch and Aframu, that puts them in a tier above Golden Guardians and Immortals. Dardoch is a better, I think personally still, even though Dardoch has his moments, he's a much more aggressive, stronger jungler than Xerxes, and even a player like Iconic. And then you also have Aframu, who's veteran support, also who can literally, I guess you could say, mold Neo into a better ADC, but Neo looked a little bit more stronger than the 280 carries on Golden Guardians and Immortals to me, so that's kind of the reason why. It's more or less so, this team has LCS experience and 2 LCS veterans that know how to play much better than the new guys coming in. So I think that'll just give them an edge for the moment for the 2021 LCS Spring Split, but when it gets to the summer split of 2021, you could maybe see this team at 10th place, because once the other teams get better at playing on the stage, or, online, quote unquote, which is the new stage right now, because of COVID, you could potentially see this team going down the drain, because I don't really see, like, Saligo or Fake God doing well. Like, these guys were garbage, and people say they improved in Academy. Alright, I hate when people say that. Improving in Academy means nothing. You wanna know why it means nothing? Because you're playing against also your caliber of players. So what have you improved in? I don't know, fucking beating a 10,000-year-old LCS mid laner that got 80 chances? That doesn't mean shit to me. But yeah, that's why Dig is at 8th place for me. Just, I don't think Dardoch and Aframu will be losing that much to put themselves in 10th place. And you have Saligo, I mean, he's bad. Guys, these players are bad, man. Holy shit, I can't make an argument for him. He's just not good. Like, these players are just not good. But they're not as worse as the other roster of players I see. So that's kind of why they're at 8th place. All right, who are your guys' 8th place teams?
I have CLG at 8th.
At 8th? Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Hades?
I have Immortals.
8th? Okay. And Blue plays.
Yeah, I might say Immortals as well.
Okay.
8th.
All right, so we'll do Warren. Why do you have CLG at 8th?
Well, I just don't understand like the CLG's like, oh, we're rebuilding and we're trying to get like our team back on the map, but then you get like Wild Turtle, who's not a bad player, but kind of had the last leg. Smoothies, kind of like been around the block since going to Echo Fox and TSM, and like I just don't see it. And Pole Belter, I don't think he's been a good mid laner since he left TL. He was the Xmithy to me of mid lane. That's what I think of Pole Belter.
It's not about comparison.
And then Finn and Broxa, they're limited champion pools. Unless they show something different, I just don't see. Like, that's what Finn got criticized for. That's what Broxa got criticized for, and their playstyles. Finn was a weak side, and the Broxa was, not that aggressive in the jungle. So I don't know who made this roster. Maybe they just saw Finn and was like, oh, he's some cute Swedish boy, and Broxa's like some buff, troll guy, and like, yeah, let's do this. And like, well, Wild Turtle's the pretend double lift, and Smoothie is a milkshake from Jamba Juice. But I don't know. I just don't know. That's
Oh
where I'm
god,
going.
he's pretend double lift. That's the title. That's the title of the video right there. Oh my god. All right. All right. Okay, so that's
Hot
eighth.
beat.
All right, so eighth place is for Warren for CLG, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Hades, your eighth place team is Immortals. So why is that?
Yeah. I think that they have a lot of potential with the jungle and bot lane.
Okay.
I think Raze and Destiny definitely have a lot of room to grow and definitely have a lot of potential in this era of bot lanes. There's really not that much competition in bot lane, besides coming from like maybe Team Liquid and Cloud9.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly TSM maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I think Insanity and Revenge are definitely the anchors of this team. But I feel like over time they could definitely prove themselves and possibly grow. And
Like if Xerxes could be that player that molds them, but it's like his playstyle also isn't fast, up pace. He doesn't have high tempo jungling. It's more
Right.
like how would I say this? He is a forgiving jungler. He kind of lets you. How would I say this? Well, that's not even mean. It's like someone who bends you over and lets you bang them repeatedly. That's what Xerxes allows you to do. But then he's like smart enough as a jungler to take advantage of you when it needs to be. That sounded all good. That's a perfect way of summing him up, though. Damn, I'm a genius. I just don't see that
he's
as
pretty
good.
passive.
Yeah, I just
can
don't.
see that.
That's not good though. That's the reason why I sent like spoiler Team Liquid second place on the for my power rankings because. In jungling now for season 11, you need a faster paced jungler. I'm sorry, Xerxes' playstyle. I don't know if he can play faster pace. I really didn't see it on Origin. Was it the Origin's playstyle, or maybe he was like, well, you know what, Yankos is already better. Hey, I'm an old man at this point. Let's just start playing slow. And he's not that old. I'm just fucking around with you guys. But that's why I didn't see them, doing too well. That's why I had them at 9th. But all right, Blue, what is your 8th place team?
So I think what we learned from last year is that Immortals should probably rebrand to Mortals. They are not. I wouldn't consider the decision making very good at all. Obviously, as we saw. So this year's roster, not expecting much. I'm kind of happy to see 2 OCE players. Obviously, they're my boys. I'm from OCE, so that obviously brings their rep up a bit for me. But yeah. Besides that, I don't think Zerge was ever like top tier jungle in like EU. I think probably he was picked up because none of the other EU teams really wanted him. And yeah, I think having a duo OC bot lane was quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Charisma between Australians, very
Heard
surprising. But yeah, I still think this team just doesn't have anything that could probably. It doesn't look better than the other teams.
There's no X factor.
It just
on
doesn't
this team,
look like
though.
it.
Like I think Raze is not that bad. He showed me some.
Yeah,
he showed
he's
me
not
something. But it's like,
Yeah.
Are you banking on that Raze is going to be better than Deathly?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Johnson.
Yeah.
He's better than
They're not
Stixay.
bad, but compared to everyone else, I just don't see it happening.
That's why I said Immortals doesn't look like it's that bad. I'm only having them 9th place because by compared to everybody else, they look pretty bad. But it's like all these players could seriously do really well and get better spots on better teams the following year. Or maybe next split.
Yeah.
These things happen. Alright, so we're on 7th place, right?
Yeah.
My 7th place team is CLG. So I don't know what kind of crack or hard shrooms you guys have been eating or smoking. But I think this roster has decent potential to do well, depending on how their playstyles mesh up. So you have Finn, Broxah, Pobelter, Wild Turtle, Smoothie. So with this roster, you have a bunch of LCS veterans with experience that also put them in a tier above all these other garbage teams we just listed. I don't think Wild Turtle played that bad in 2020, outside the phase where he got subbed out by MASH. I think that Smoothie is the worst support. That's not going to be debatable. He was the worst support. Even by the new guys coming in, he probably looks the worst. I think that with Wild Turtle and their aggressive playstyle together, it'll be actually pretty interesting to see where that goes. Pobelter played pretty well in CLG, and I don't know why they subbed him out last minute for Tuesday. That's just stupid. Pobelter was the reason why they were even winning games at a certain point at all. But to be fair, looking at it in Brox's perspective, I think Broxah and Pobelter might be a pretty good mid-jungle duo. Broxah likes to be very forgiving early on, so does Pobelter. I think that might just complement overall over well. Finn, people might be underrating Finn because he did look bad at a certain part on Rogue. But to be fair, in the LEC 2020 Spring Split, he was playing Kled pretty aggressively, and he looked okay in some of the carries he was able to play. It might have been mental blocks. Maybe they were phoning it in on scrims, and they're like, all right, Finn, you're our bitch. You're going to play Malphite and miss Malphite ult somehow. Didn't know that was possible. Overall, I think this team is very solid, actually, and that's why I have them at 7th place. I think this is a middle-of-pack team. Their highest ceiling is 7th for me. I don't see much out of them. I don't know why some of you guys have them at 10th place. Like, Brox is not that bad. Popo's is not that bad. Wild Turtle is... Like, all these players are proven, but their proven should be over any new player, though. Unless you just think these players are all just dog shit now, which is your opinion. And then you also have the... Okay, that's it. Yeah. That's why CLG would be my 7th place team. I just can't see a world... I can't see a world where Broxon, Popo, and Wild Turtle just fucking phone it in against Stixay. What the hell? Bro, if you phone it in against Stixay with this roster, just literally get off the stage, unplug your computers, go apply at Burger King. Because this shit ain't working anymore. Alright. What are you guys' 7th place teams?
Mine's FlyQuest.
Okay, FlyQuest, EG...
I have IMG.
Oh god! All right, blue place. Go for your 7th place team.
Oh yeah, so bring in the FlyQuest.
Oh no!
Okay,
My boy Licorice on a 7th place team. No.
Oh no! Wait. Okay, I see Licorice, and I'm like, okay, this guy's he's really good. You know, he's really good. But he got replaced. Which is not good.
You're gonna say by my boy and Ose.
He got replaced by my boy, and that means my boy is better than Licorice. You know? But all jokes aside, Licorice is great. Jose Diodo, I don't know how good his English is. That's my first issue. If a jungler doesn't know English, that could be a bit of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But what I saw from him, I think he played a Worlds. He played pretty good, right?
Played pretty good, yeah. I liked what I saw.
I liked his play. So that was great. And then we have Palafox, and I actually don't know who this is, to tell you the truth.
C9 Academy's ex-mid laner.
I didn't watch Academy.
I don't blame
you. This is where my issue comes in, because I look at these players like Diamond and Palafox, I'm like, they could be good, I just don't know them. So it's like, I put my bets on a team where players I actually know, rather than players that probably haven't proven themselves within the LCS yet.
That's a fair
so
assumption.
there's still like variables that can happen that can make the team not do as well. That's kind of my base idea. Also, compared to last year, FlyQuest is a completely different roster, so they have a lot of room they got to get into at the start of the split.
Okay, Warren, what is your 7th place team?
Oh, I have IMT.
Wait, is it? Okay, because we're on 7. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have IMT, and honestly, I looked at their coach is Gyolto, and outside of the last outside of the last split with Origin that was abysmal. I think he knows what he's getting with Destiny and Xerxes, and they've both played quite some time in the pro scene, so I feel like that's gonna help them. And they've both been, I mean, on pretty well for that split, the spring split. Destiny was on a pretty good Origin team, and Xerxes been around with Origin. So I feel like that's like their kind of wiggle room. Revenge, don't really know him that well. Insanity, he's hate. That word potential is like the new word for 2021. So that, I mean, he has potential. And Raze, he showed some highlights at Worlds. So I feel like this team, if synergy can start working, can perform. I just feel that this team has a bit more, can, I guess, surprise people more than CLG. Because CLG, I feel like you know what you're getting, and this is a little bit more. So
basically, Immortals are a brand new store that just opened, and CLG is that thrift store that you've been shopping at because you're poor.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah. CLG is the 99-cent store.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So wait, we're on number 6, aren't we? Right?
7.
We're on 7. Okay.
7.
Okay. So who hasn't gone for their 7th pick yet? It was
I haven't.
Okay, go.
I had CLG like you did, and so my analysis was Finn, Broxa, Pobelter, all really good players. I think Finn just really didn't have much behind him on Rogue. I feel like he definitely showed that he can compete with a lot of the top EU top laners, and I know he's gotten a lot of recognition from the likes of like Wonder and them in the EU.
Wait, wait.
Broxa.
Can I ask one question? What do you mean behind him at Rogue?
So he just didn't have like a great team. Like he didn't have like much.
You don't think so? Dude, he had Larson.
You don't think so,
inspired.
man?
He
I
had
didn't
Larson
think so.
inspired Hansama, Vander. That was a good team, dude. But they were
Like,
bad.
I think it looked good on paper, but I don't think they played well together. It's pretty much.
Okay, I can see that.
I think they had a good team on paper, but I just don't think like it meshed well.
Well, the reason why I'm questioning it a little bit is because like let's look at the finals for the LEC, right, where we had a better quote unquote Fnatic that couldn't even get a game off, where that Rogue team pushed G2 to a best of 5 series, and it was basically if their top laner could do something and not die, they could have won. Like it's hard for me to like Hansama is still considered even by Reckless mechanically better than him. So like it's hard, but I mean I guess I mean that again that's your opinion. But just after watching that, that's where I'm
But
questioning
even
that.
during the LEC 2020, spring split, Finn looked pretty good on carries. I don't know what happened in the team that maybe he mentally imploded in his brain because he realized if you're not playing on Fnatic or G2, you can't win.
Figured it out.
Yeah,
It's the curse.
Yeah,
it's the curse.
yeah. That could be it.
But you know,
Plus,
it's a lot
G2
of
didn't
things.
look that well in playoffs until
Dude,
like
there's
finals.
a world where Rogue beats G2. Like, I love G2 and Cloud9, but
Yeah.
there's a world where Rogue do beat G2. It was because Hansama was on Draven, and he's like, you know what? Carlos was texting him, hey, yo, what's up, Hansama? Hey, check your bank account. Just imagine that.
Boy.
Just imagine that. But no, sorry, go ahead.
I think Broxa and Pobelter can really bring a lot to this team. I know Broxa definitely has not had the best time on Team Liquid, but I feel
Bro, there's the game.
coming
Bro,
into NA,
remember that
Broxa
game?
has.
Bro, do you remember that game on Graves where he didn't gank at all? I was like, oh my
Yes.
god, my brain actually almost ran out of my head.
To be fair though,
recent players kind of
playing
hurt his.
I do play in an amateur league, and like if you play a Graves, like you have to play around the jungler. You can't expect the jungler to be ganking that much. Like you have to be able to, like as a team, you have to know how to play around your jungler.
Okay.
And I feel like the Team Liquid definitely didn't understand that play style yet at that point in time, and I feel like given more time on that kind of play style, like knowing that, I feel like they could have been better. And I kind of just feel like a lot of the shame just gets thrown straight to the jungler on that. But really,
I
it's
think
mostly on your
it's-
laners.
People look at Canyon's graves and they just see stuff. They see
Yes.
beauty.
Bro,
They see the god himself,
bro,
and then they look at Brox's graves, and you're like, ah.
It's like that. It's like that game where you have like your enemy team's Yasuo is 11-0, your team's Yasuo is just
But
0-11.
you're literally comparing a middle of the pack and
I
a
know,
jungler to a freaking top tier
Dude,
world.
I saw
jungler,
Canyon
like-
playing Graves at Worlds. I tried it, and did I win my games? No, but hey, I shot my ult backwards half the times. But hey, happens, bro. Just kidding. But no, at least I could say this: Wild Turtle at Worlds 2020, he looked pretty solid.
Looked good.
He looked
good.
You know, like I don't see his team as bad. You know, like, it's not a bad team as a lot of people are making him out to be. Broxa, we'll forget that guy. Paul Belter, he looked solid, and he was the only reason why CLG got wins. And imagine just a few better pieces around him. It goes a lot better for him. But I do
To
think
be fair,
that
Smoothie did have to lane with Stixay last season, so I mean,
hey, fuck it. Hey, just
you can maybe pad some of the stats with that, you
dude,
know.
I gotta buy a CLG
So
jersey.
So no more 6-day and pretend double lift. Okay, I don't know.
All right, so we're on number 6, right? My sixth
Yeah.
place team is gonna be FlyQuest. So I liked what I saw out of Jose Dioto at Worlds 2020 playing stage. Looked really aggressive. Knew what he was doing. Knew where to be on the map. Knew where to path correctly. Knew when to go to the objectives. Palfox and Diamond are the only question marks per se. But if FlyQuest are willing to take on C9 Academy players, there had to have been something there. Now I do want to put a bit of a but here. Remember one team that took C9 players, 3 of them actually, and failed miserably? It was Evil Geniuses, right? So I'm putting that out there.
Yeah.
This could happen again with 3 Cloud9 players, because when players leave Cloud9, they definitely look worse. But I think from watching Palafox,
Scaring.
yeah, from watching
I mean,
from watching Palafox and Diamond, I saw good things out of them. They definitely didn't look bad. They looked LCS ready for a while. There just wasn't an org that was willing to get the fucking cock out of their mouth of some players to just let these guys have a chance. I think these guys are good. I think they'll actually surprise people. These are the players that I'm willing to bet on because I've actually watched their academy games and I saw them as pretty good. I saw them as LCS ready a while ago. Johnson was one of the best parts about Dig. Him and Alpha were literally carrying corpses on their fucking hands to wins. Johnson with the better 88 support should be a lot better. And Licorice, I don't think Licorice is as bad as people are making him out to be. Like, but he did play bad. But to be fair, Licorice has been arguably what? First place, top 3 top laner since he's came in.
Top 3 easily.
Like, do you guys?
Guaranteed.
I don't really think any of these guys coming in will be better, honestly. Outside of Alfari and like maybe Fudge. I mean,
People think that Licorice
someday.
has already peaked.
Or
I
someday.
think him and Fudge
That's
are
one of the
pretty
things
So
I've
you have
seen.
someday Licorice and Alfari, which is gonna be most people's top 3, right? So if Fudge can squeak into that, be like a top 4 LCS top laner, that's good. But I just don't see Licorice just losing outright to all these newer guys. I really don't. And people said he would, like in 2020, and clearly didn't. Only till the very end he started losing. And that, oh god, that last game against TSM, holy shit, I don't remember that. But other than that, I think this is a strong, solid team. I think this is a border playoff team. I think this team will struggle against the other top tier teams because you have actually just newer players who are new to the stage. Jose Dioto is going to actually have some competition in NA. I never thought I'd say you have competition in NA. What am I saying? But hey, it's going to be better than definitely playing in Latin America. So that's pretty much it for this team. I think this team actually has a lot of potential, but they're not my dark horse team, actually. As more I thought about it, I went down from my Cloud9 Academy player hype. This happened with Evil Geniuses, and it did not work, though. So I want to put that out there. Hey, but that's why Flycast are my 6th place team. There's not really much here in terms of synergy other than Palafox and Diamond. Licorice doesn't really play with these guys, even though they might have in some scrims. Jose Dioto probably can't talk to these guys, which is also going to be an issue, which is the reason why they get knocked down a pig as well. But yeah, FlyQuest are my 6th place team. What are you guys' 6th place teams?
Mine's CLG.
Ooh, over FlyQuest?
EG.
EG is 6. Okay, I'm feeling it. Warren? TSM, 6th place. Give it to me.
oh no, what's wrong?
Second place all day.
Second
I have
place. Don't give me
I
second
have-
place.
I have-
I'm calling it right now. They're second place.
No, they're not second place. But EG, I have EG.
Okay. I feel you guys. All right. So who had CLG? All right, blue place. Why is CLG 6?
Okay, so CLG as the first team that I've seen where every player on the team has proven themselves that they can play against higher players, basically. So Finn, Brock, Super Belzer, Wild Turtle Smith, they've all versed the best in the region. Okay, so they have experience. Compared to when I say all the other teams below, there's a lot of rookie players. They just don't have the experience. CLG is the first team that has a full lineup of experienced players. So even though they're not the best, they still, I say they have a higher chance of going roughly in the middle of the pack compared to the others. More consistently compared to the other teams. Just through experience. That's, yeah.
Okay. Warren?
Well, I look at Evil Geniuses, and I think they did pretty okay with the roster. Ignar will complement definitely, and I think will make him play more aggressive. Ignar is one of the types to even when he played with Hansama and with Wild Turtle, I believe they got some 2v2 kills a lot of the times in the bot lane. So I think it's gonna be one of those Ignar's no Core JJ. That's not where I'm saying, but he's gonna make Deathly better because I feel like Deathly did learn from Sneaky, and with Ignar being more aggressive than say Zazel, I see that working. I'm happy that Jizuke is back. I think Jizuke should have never gotten benched. I thought he could have
pretty good
done
actually. I liked him as play.
Yeah, and I think he will work really well with Svenskeren. And you know what you're getting with Impact. He's a solid top laner. You can put him on an island. He's not the carry player, but he can play the carry champs for the comp and won't he's not a Rome and lose his job. So after playing Renekton, so that's
Oh
good.
no, don't do that.
Uh, so I feel like this team is definitely gonna make playoffs. If they have a good series, they could potentially pull off an upset. But I don't see them. I just see them as a really good playoff team.
Okay. All right, Hades. What is your sixth place team?
Evil Geniuses as well.
Okay.
Similar aspect where Impact, you know what he's getting. He's very solid top laner. He doesn't lose lane too much. He can usually make it either go even or win lane if possible. Jungle Svenskeren, very solid jungler. Has definitely had some rough patches over the last couple of years, but I feel like he has definitely proven himself that he can compete with these top junglers. He definitely has had some really good, really high highs, but some pretty low lows.
Mhm.
Jizuke, same thing. I feel like he also has some really high highs. He's definitely proven himself in NA in previous years. Last year, he's definitely hit a little bit of a bump that could be from just playing online. Who knows? Um, Definitely, I feel like it's probably going to be the weakest link, but has the most potential here. I feel like with the likes of Ignar in his lane, who does like to go for a lot of roams, if definitely can just stay safe in lanes during those roams, I feel like this team could really make an impact.
Okay.
Time to make an impact.
All right. So now, oh my God. So how you guys feeling about the list so far? You guys like everybody's list so far? Their explanations?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, yeah,
You're gonna hate my top,
solid.
bro. You guys gonna hate my shit moving forward. Oh my
Oh
God.
boy.
Oh my
Oh boy,
God.
TSM next.
Yeah, TSM are fifth place, and I thought about this, but there's some people talking about. I want you guys to tell your fifth place teams first, okay? Who's fifth place for you guys?
Mine is
FlyQuest.
EG.
Oh Lord,
I have FlyQuest.
you have FlyQuest. All right, go for
Yeah,
FlyQuest.
FlyQuest.
I'll do my fifth place after these guys leave.
Okay. So FlyQuest, Licorice, I feel like he's still top two top laner in this and going into this split. Jose Diodo, don't know too much about him to be honest. I've heard that he's pretty solid though. Not too confident on his English. Palafox and Diamond, I feel like are really strong. I feel like they'd definitely be doing a lot better than Jizuke and Deathly. And then Diamond, I feel like will be. I think Diamond and Johnson are just going to complement each other really well down in the bot lane. I feel like their play styles are pretty similar. I feel like between this bot lane and mid, this team's just going to be really strong overall. Plus with a solid top lane.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Next team. Next guy.
Warren?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I like this team. What FlyQuest lacked, in the top lane got replaced with Licorice. He's has a champion Ocean, which is great, and Jose Diodo at Worlds in the play-ins. He did pretty good considering he was from a Latin American team. But I mean, the wild card sort of regions or whatever you want to title them is that's kind of a non-existent word nowadays. Power Fox looked great, and Diamond both in Academy, and we know we're getting Johnson every year. The kid keeps getting better and better. So, and I feel like he was held down by Aframo. That was my opinion. Um, the reason I have them fifth is the only one on there with the only two on there is with playoff experiences. Licorice and Johnson was on a dig team that because of the technicality of the new system got in. So really, Licorice is the he's been in best of five, so it's gonna be down to him how he leads. I'm pretty sure he's the captain and the leader of the team. So that's really why I have them fifth on they could either lose in the first round or they can go far. That's kind of where I see them, but they're definitely making playoffs. They're definitely are contending for the top five for sure.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I have EG as number 5,
Okay.
and well, Evil Genius maybe not so genius, but
Oh
like
God.
they have got some good pickups. They got Impact. I think Impact's wonderful. I probably like top 3, top 2, top. We got Jizuke. I've always been a Jizuke fan, the Italian stallion ever since he played at Worlds. a solo carried what was it? Team
Team dog shit.
B Vitality.
Yeah.
Wrong name.
Ignar, I've always looked at Ignar ever since he played those support picks into SKT, like the Blitzcrank and that. That was fun to watch. Or the Leona with Press the Attack, that was something else. And, or Fervor of Battle, I should say. And obviously, I made the mistake of calling Deathly number 280 carry in the region. Probably not, but I don't think Deathly's too bad. I think he plays the early game really well. As long as he can play late game.
Basically a budget sneaky.
If he can learn to play late game really well, yeah, this team could do pretty good. I think the biggest question mark then becomes Svenskeren. His performance kind of dwindled last year, but if he can bring that together with the current team, they could easily be higher than 5th, but that's where I got them at the moment.
Alright, my 5th place team is gonna be TSM. Now, this is not a shot at anybody. This is just my honest opinion. I don't really like the roster too much, outside of, like, literally 2 players. You have Power of Evil, and you went from Beerson to Power of Evil. That's not bad at all. That's actually... TSM won the offseason by getting him as a mid laner. I think he could have been on Cloud9, he could have been on any roster in the LCS, or even EU.
Should have got Jensen.
I hate you. Sword Art, I think that's a fantastic pickup. I think these are the best pickups overall. Lost, I'm going to exclude from this, and people are going to be like, well, he played well in Academy. Like I said before, that means really nothing, though. It really doesn't mean shit. Like, let's be honest here. He played against people who are in LCS Academy, who are already phoning in like MASH, who should have been retired 7 years ago. You know, like, players like that really aren't going to make me think he's going to be insanely well. Also, maybe with Sword Art, he'll play really well. And that's also, I think Sword Art will be carrying Lost most of the spring split so far. Power of Evil, solid, top 3 mid laner. I think that's fine. They'll be higher up in the standings because of him. And I don't really think Spica's as good as a lot of people made him out to be. Worlds 2020, he looked good. I mean, like, he looked good. But, like, is that actually him? Or, like, are we going to see the Spica we saw the beginning of the split where he was playing? It looked pretty bad. But he looked okay in the playoffs. And I never got a consistent read on this guy. He's good at moments, and he's bad at the other. Huni, if we're talking about check stealers, Huni, come on, are we serious here? This guy stunk. This guy's been actually atrocious. Come on.
I can't wait for me. I can't wait.
God, dude. I can't. Like, he's actually not that good. He wasn't phoning it on EG Academy. He did well when EG were in playoffs. I mean, like, let's be honest here. Was Kumo that much different? Not really. I just don't think the roster is that good. And I don't really see synergy in any of these players. Like, maybe Sword Art is going to be a better version of Ignar that Power of Evil had on FlyQuest, where they can play through Power of Evil. Most teams with Power of Evil is the same thing like Double Lift. They play through Power of Evil. They play through Double Lift. Now, if your enemy team bans his champions out, this team becomes a liability. I just don't really think the roster is that good. Now, could I be proven wrong? Sure, they might end up being top 3, you know? But if I'm going just off paper alone, you just really only have 2 good players, though. And Sordo has good English from what I saw in the videos. Power of Evil looks like he's still a pretty strong player from what I saw in solo queue. I just don't really know where the other parts come through. People are just banking on that Huni's going to be better now. Off what recent performance do I have to bank that off of? I got nothing. Because I have World's performance, which is good. He's around a lot of decent, good players right here, which is fine. He might play really well. But a lot of Season 11 is dictated by having a stronger jungler. And, like, he can pull out River Shen. That's cool. If he's going to still do picks like that, I'm fine with that. But I need to see more consistency out of Spica. So, yeah. That's pretty much all it for TSM. I can't really judge Bjergsen as a head coaching. I mean, like, the narrative with that is, oh, he's going to be a good head coach because he's a player. That doesn't mean anything. Like, that doesn't correlate to just being a good head coach. So that's why I can't, talk about that, because I'm not going to understand his coaching style until I see how the other team plays. But I just don't really see how this team has a play style other than just playing through Power of Evil, which has been every Power of Evil team and every Double Lift team.
Yes.
Every team these guys are on, they play through them. That's not a play style. That is
obviously TSM has to keep the they have to keep the the pattern. They used to be play through Double Lift, now it's play through Power of Evil. They gotta keep it. It's always play through someone.
They've had all the playthrough players: Bjergsen, Double Lift, and Power of Evil now. Holy shit! But yeah, TSM are my 5th place team.
Don't forget Huni.
That's right. That's. I mean, I'm not being a hater. I'm not trying to offend anybody. We're gonna listen to comment section, get all butthurt. Oh, guys, hey,
Hater.
Warren, you're out. I'm just kidding. It wasn't really like that. Why do you not have TSM at #1? They have Power of Evil. He did better than Picks at Worlds. I mean, go have your mom pay her cell phone bill and shut up. And let the men talk about the teams. I'm just kidding. I'm an actual dick when it comes to these things. But no, in all honesty, I just don't really see it right now. In Summer Split, if the roster gels better, I can see a 3rd place finish from them. Maybe 3rd place in the rankings. But right now, they're 5th place for me. So we're on our 4th? Number 4.
Yeah.
Who is your 4th place team? Mine is EG.
100 Thieves.
Okay. What do you guys 4th place
Team Solo Mid.
Oh!
I have Team Solo Mid.
Oh, you guys
Wait.
Wait, what?
Do I seriously have TSM the highest out of everyone here? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
What?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
an idiot.
no,
No.
you're out of the
To
call.
be fair,
No,
my
just
3, 4, 5 are only like 1 point apart.
Right?
Like-
Yeah.
Like 3, 4, 5 is super tight.
Yeah.
I feel like that could go either way between all 3 of these teams.
I really think it could. Like when I was really thinking about this, I was like, people are sleeping on you guys. It's obvious who my 4th place team is at this point. So it's like I was really thinking about the rosters because like when you do power rankings, you really have to think about things and like come off the high of the players being on the team themselves, you know, which is what I feel like a lot of people don't do. It's like, oh my god, Santorin's on Team Liquid. That means they're 1st place. They're gonna be damn one at Worlds. Wait a minute, we're in North America. We suck. All right, so we're on number 4. So Blue Plays, your number 4 team is
100 Thieves.
that's not bad. Dark
That's
Horse
fair.
team. Dark Horse team.
Fair.
So, note is that my number 4, they're all extremely close.
No,
All top
like
4.
they're all yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. All these 4
They could
close.
easily just be better than the other. One game, and they're already they could prove that they're better. But currently, I think they're just slightly under. So, 100 Thieves, we've got FBI. Probably the best, 2nd best. Tactical and FBI, the best 280 carries in the region.
Mhm.
We have Demonte, and I think he's a great mid laner. I wouldn't call him the best, but he's pretty good. We got
Turf Shop.
Closer. I think he's played pretty good jungle. I'm not too sure though. I haven't seen much of Closer personally.
Oh, he's good.
He's pretty good.
He's
He
good.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
And he's always main, even since joining NA, because he used to play on the
Royal
E
something.
West?
Yeah.
yeah. He's always had like a K plus on challenger points.
I
He's
think he was
always-
better than
Okay.
Blabber this whole year. Actually, I think Closer was the best jungler in the LCS through 2020. He was insanely good.
Mhm.
Just my opinion.
So then I think probably a weak point, maybe the top lane, because compared to the other top laners that we have in NA, Someday isn't like I'd say is maybe like 4th or 5th. Like
Really?
maybe he's higher. I don't rank him too high personally.
Okay.
And then yeah, so I think the team is very, very, very close behind 3rd, like a point. But yeah, that's what I have about 100 Thieves.
Okay.
Okay.
Play through bot. That's all I gotta say. Just play through bot and they can win.
Hades, what's your 4th place team?
TSM.
All right.
So
Tell me why Bjergsen's the
That's
best.
what I'm
mid laner of
talking
all time. Tell me why Bjergsen will be the best head coach of all time.
I definitely don't think that. But
He's gonna be
I feel
Reaper
like
2.0
Lost
and
and
picture
Sword
like
Art are going to be a
Twitch.
very solid bot lane.
Okay.
Sword Art's playstyle, he's just like Ignar and Core JJ. He loves to roam.
Mhm.
And with that being said, that means you got Power of Evil and Huni on some carries, which I think will be really big. If you can get Huni fed, he's definitely proven that he can solo carry games. Power of Evil, he's definitely a mage player, so I feel like that also kind of complements the Huni playstyle.
Okay.
And then Spica, kind of.
You guys are starting to fit.
I kind of agree with you. I feel like he's not like super
I thought I was crazy.
consistent,
Yeah.
but he's definitely has some pretty high highs.
Hmm.
And his Lilia looks pretty good. Some of the other junglers look mediocre.
He's gonna 5-man sleep TSM to no championship titles this year.
That no form Kane gain.
And to be fair, if Lost does underperform, they could just bring up Cody-san.
That's true. They have
So
Hanser
I mean,
and Cody
they
on their
have a
academy team.
decent. They also have Hanser for Huni. So I mean, realistically, this team could have some potential, but realistically, anything above I don't know, top 3 maybe, top 4.
I think
more
their peak
likely.
is top 3.
Yeah, Peak is definitely top 3.
If they make number 1, I'm just burning every jersey I own.
I will laugh at C9 for their perks acquire if that happens.
Oh my god. $11 million just straight down the toilet. All right. Who did Warren? You're
Yeah.
All right.
So it comes to me. Guys, I'm a huge TSM fan.
Whoa,
So,
no, really? No way.
I know it's
Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? So I'm gonna break it down. So this might be a little tad long. So
All right, I'm getting
Sword Art. That's not gonna be too long. Actually, Sword Art. I was watching Kespa Cup. Because just to see what teams are playing, and I don't know if any of you guys catch. I'm sorry, Demacia Cup, and I did catch Kespa Cup, but more Demacia. Suning looked lost without Sword Art. Like they played. I watched the whole series. They looked like
dog shit.
They looked terrible, like just terrible. Like
Yeah.
Sword Art must have been something on that team,
That's
and
the shot caller.
He must have
I
been
wouldn't call him
magic.
a player. He's the shot
He's
caller.
just magic.
yeah, like mechanically, we know that Sword Art, even though he's still young, which boggles my mind. But okay, people have this because Core JJ is like 26, but whatever. So that's the thing that I know. So that shot calling must have been something. So I feel that that's good. The whole thing that I've noticed that since TL has done it, and a little bit of C9, is the mixture of veterans with rookies have really made the team work out well. And then with Sword Art working with Lost, I think he will make him become better, just like how Core JJ, I think, really made Tactical become better. Lost, he played in Academy. He did pretty good. I mean, TSM ended up, what was it, second, I think, in the Academy. So and he did play on Echo Fox a little bit, I believe, which, to be fair, Echo Fox was not the best team, so that's unfair to him. PoE has always been consistent. Like his stats at Worlds, actually, when they showed it, were pretty decent. He was the Bjergsen killer, so I guess that's why Bjergsen got him.
Now they got him.
And Spica, I've been watching his solo queue. He's been great. Like he's been pretty good. I think he knows how to play from behind. That was my only question with Blabber. I mean, I still have C9 far above TSM, but my
You've come to the
only
light.
question
I finally. I'm just kidding.
is just Blabber playing from behind. If Blabber can play from behind, then I think he's far better. And Hooney, from what Bjergsen said in a interview that he had with Travis, was that he said that he did better than Broken Blade in lane, and he doesn't understand why people underrate him because he feels that Hooney still is pretty good. So if Bjergsen feels this way, I have to believe that, and if the team sign off on it, and they have Cody, Sun, and Hunter in the background waiting, so I think it's even more pressure for these guys on the starting roster to perform. So I feel like the pressure is on Hooney and Lost, honestly. So TSM, I think, did really well actually, and after everything was said and done. So that's why I have them fourth.
Okay, no worries.
Hey, can I jump in this real quick?
Yeah, just make sure your background audio is not that bad.
Oh, is it good now?
Yeah, it's perfect now.
Listen, man. Of course, Bjergsen's gonna say Hooney's better. Obviously, he's gonna say that. He can't just say Hooney's gonna be worse than Broken Blade when they just signed him.
You can. You can say you wanted to say Hooney's fucking dog shit. I didn't want this guy.
Hey, by the way, honestly, I don't know if you saw my tier list Fly Quest over at TSM.
Really?
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, so since you just joined in, just run it down quickly. What are your 10th through 5th place teams?
Okay, C9 and TL are interchangeable?
No. Go from 10 to 5.
Okay, 10, let me think, dude. Is Immortals 10 for me? Let me think. Yeah, Immortals is 10 for me, bro. Dig, Golden Guardians, CLG, EG, TSM, Fly, 100 Thieves,
Okay.
Cloud9, and TL.
Okay.
In that, yeah. I mean, I think the bottom four teams are interchangeable.
Okay.
Right.
Where are we at? We're at the fourth. We're at me, right?
Yep.
Fourth place.
Yeah, we're at fourth.
Okay. My fourth place team is going to be Evil Geniuses. So the more I thought about it, this team is actually pretty good. If you actually look at all the players, Impact, as you guys already said, Island top laner. He can play carries. He can be the weak side carry, the strong side carry, not really be a detriment to the team. The problem is we already know his upside, so that's pretty much where it leads to. He is internationally capable of handling most top laners, so that's a good thing in and of itself. And in North America, against the other weaker top laners, they're not going to get past him. I think Svenskeren was really underrated during 2020. I really think him on Cloud9 would have been insanely good, but, you know, obviously, he's not an import now, is he? He doesn't count as that, so...
No, he's not. No.
I personally, you know, it sucks what happened in 2019 with Cloud9. I really think Cloud9 had a higher ceiling with Svenskeren than Blabber. I think Svenskeren's a good jungler. And you also have Jizuke, who we all say is not that bad. What the heck? Oh.
Agreed.
So Jizuke is not that bad. I saw their duo when we saw them play together. It looked really good to me. Now, the problem with their mid-jungle duo is there's not a lot of synergy, which they need to work on. Both of the players seem like they're very, like, glass cannon-ish, which that definitely needs some work, but I don't see them as bad players overall. Definitely, it's kind of like what Warren said about Wild Turtle. It's like a thrift shop double lift. Well, definitely it's like a thrift shop sneaky. I don't, like, he's not bad. He's definitely not bad. But the issue here is he's just like Sneaky to me. Like, you're just a secondary carry or a third carry, which is good. If he knows his place on this team and it can be that secondary carry, that's going to be a plus for the team. And also, let's be honest here, they upgraded over Zazel with Ignar. That's just a complete upgrade in every stretch of the imagination. So you're pairing in Ignar's roaming tendencies with Jizuke's carry mid lane potential with Svenskeren's aggressive early game potential. So you already got 3 early game heavy hitters right there, and you have Impact, who is really solid in the top lane, who will hold it down. And you have Deathly, so if Deathly can do what Huanfeng did for Sword Art, which was just stay in lane and literally just don't die, then obviously they'll be a strong team. I think this is my dark horse team. I think this is a good team. The problem here is the other team I think is just a bit better. But, you know, it's interchangeable. I really was contemplating having them at third place. I was like, this is not a bad roster at all. This is, like, definitely a pretty good roster. So that's my fourth place team. So now we're on top 3. Just making sure.
Can I say something, though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thanks for letting me join in so late.
Oh, you're fine. Just sometimes your background noise, I'd be hearing, like, dogs fuck each other. I don't know, cats going at it. Just
but
random.
The neighbors have, like, 5 dogs, bro. I have no clue what they do with so many dogs.
Oh, no! Oh, no! I'm gonna sacrificing dogs and shit. Just kidding. All right.
No,
but no, who's your fourth place team?
Mine?
Yeah.
Is FlyQuest.
You are actually smoking literal crack.
No. You want? I have a good reason.
Okay.
Okay, give it to us.
Give it to me.
So let me put it this way for you guys. We know what EG is. We know what 100 Thieves is, right? FlyQuest is the is it wrong to say they're unproven, but talented as hell?
But that wouldn't just automatically make them good, though. Just because they're untalented doesn't mean they'll automatically beat everyone around them.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm thinking early on they will struggle. But do you guys remember what team was it? Clutch. Remember Clutch struggled early on, but brought it together to get third? I just think FlyQuest will take time, but once their talent and game level up to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's kind of like a Sun. You know how Sunning was kind of trash early on, but they had a lot of talent.
Whoa.
No. It's just a comparison.
There, buddy.
You should have just said, like, IG.
I'm not saying it's the same fucking thing. It's just a comparison.
I'm just... we're like, if you said, like, TSM, hey, I'd be all for that. Hey, I'm just saying. But, no, like, I just... Bro, you're on your own with that one.
No, listen. I think the bot lane... I'm not gonna lie, Johnson. I'm on the Johnson hype train all the way.
I think he's good.
I could agree.
I think he might become the best ADC in North America this year.
That might be a stretch, but maybe.
Wait,
Okay,
is there
let me know.
is there meth in your veins right now, man? Like I
That
don't
doesn't
know.
make sense. We have tactical.
Are you?
There's no way.
All right. Did
But
You got
FlyQuest?
tactical, FBI, and Sven.
Did FlyQuest
But
pay
tell
you
me,
off
but
to say these
Tactical and
things?
Johnson the whole year last year fought for the #1 spot.
I was
They
gonna
was neck and neck for most of the
FBI.
year.
Yeah,
FBI.
and
What?
Sven.
I
FBI,
didn't fall
Sven.
until the very last game.
Yeah, FBI, Sven. I mean, they're definitely all top like 4.
Yeah, they're all top
Guaranteed.
4.
Like,
We're not saying you're lying.
But I
they
think
could be interchangeable
tactical,
in some parts. Depends on what aspects you're looking at.
but I think tactical. Let's be honest. Last year he didn't have a team. I mean, not Johnson didn't have a team last year.
Because he was on.
With some help though, I think he'll step up. And okay, I'm just gonna say top 2 ADC. Okay, some one.
He's just like he's like, all right. We know FlyQuest paid you off. Are you wearing a FlyQuest jersey right now?
Hell, I might get one. Though.
Oh my god!
No, but tell me the FlyQuest roster. Tell me in which
Licorice,
position
Jose
actually
Diodo, Palafox, Diamond, and who was it? Johnson. So my issue here is that just because they got Cloud9 players doesn't mean they'll automatically do well. Because that happened with
Nope.
EG, and they definitely didn't do well with the Cloud9 players though. And just because they did well in Academy doesn't automatically translate to the stage games either.
No, but like we're saying, this is a talented roster. It's like completely raw talent.
It's
Like we don't know. We
I
don't
don't-
know like what's gonna happen. But they do have potential to like actually be top 3.
But Jose Diodo can't even talk to his laners. Like, that's another issue, too. Like, if he doesn't have proper English, all their early game presence is going to be definitely weaker. But
Pings.
Oh, God.
Well,
He's
hey, we know they're
he's gonna be
definitely
like,
they
King
definitely
game
are gonna
strong.
teach him English.
he's like, por favor, go, please.
Hey.
No,
Oh,
I,
You're
no.
gonna be watching ProView on Jose Diodo, and you're just gonna see pings all over the place.
he's gonna call licorice
Bro,
my
he's spamming
he's
on my
call
way.
he's gonna call licorice my bonita. He's going up there to take for you.
Hey, but no joke. Hey, if watch, I'm gonna prove it right though, guys. Tune
Dude,
into
you're
the
on your
game.
own island on that one, bro. I can't help you on that one. If you said Perth was gonna win the World's 2020 championship, bro, I'd be all in the hype train with you. All
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
I
I'm
do
gonna
have
say
100
TSM
Thieves, 100 Thieves,
champions.
TSM, and FlyQuest at a very close race.
all right. So,
Like-
my last top 3, so we can all kind of just get them to talk about them. My last 3 teams are 100 Thieves third, TL second, Cloud9 first. Blue Plays. What are your last 3 teams?
That's my 3.
Really?
Okay. So TSM third, Team Liquid second, and C9 first. Obviously, gets the C9FanCast.
Yeah.
Yo. Do you have any more of whatever you're smoking? I need
That
that.
Vegemite get into you, man? Like I don't know.
Hey, are you a
Due to that those vitamins, just too many.
Blue Play,
Hey, we
bro.
found the secret
Alright.
TSM fan.
Oh my god.
So I have 100 T third,
Okay.
C9
Shit, I've been found
second,
out.
and Team Liquid first.
You have Team Liquid first. Okay, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
interchangeable between them. Warren, who's your last 3?
I have TL first, C9 second, 100 T third.
I hate you guys so much. I feel like this is on purpose as I'm here. I feel like it's on purpose. I'm just fucking around. Shit. Okay, so 100 Thieves falls into a big category of recency bias. That's my problem with them. Did these players only play well because they either peaked at the right moment or they just played against TSM at a moment where TSM weren't good and then they later on TSM did very well and they won the LCS 2020 Summer Split? Because I think Closer was the best jungler all year long. Someday, arguably top 3 top laner. Demonte is LCS worthy, but in terms of the top 2 teams I'm comparing him to, he's worse than them. So that's obviously going to be a downgrade. Now, FBI and Huhi, strong bot lane if you take recency bias. Has Huhi always been this good at support? Not really. Guys, these... go back and watch their drafting phase. They're first picking Morgana. Like, that shit is not gonna fly. But in NA,
Well,
fuck
he
it.
just
Could be
recently
Coach
goal
Diff.
for
That
it.
could be Coach Diff.
6?
Who knows?
Oh, they still have Coach 6.
Hey, we said the same thing about Hawkrow and he 3-0 TSM twice.
Hey, see that's my thing too. Is like this team is full of recency bias, but they're not bad players though. They actually got an upgrade in the top lane, which is someday, in my personal opinion. So
Yes.
I think it's a good team, but I don't want this to be a team where it's like, remember how people predicted 100 Thieves third when they had Huhi, Bang, and Anda? Is it the same situation? All that recency
No.
bias? I hope not.
Wow, I thought that team was hot garbage.
I
What are you
think
talking
Me
FBI is
too.
way better than Bang.
Anda was straight trash.
I do. Like
Current
I told,
Bang.
yeah, like that's my only problem with 100 Thieves. Other than that, I'm all in for the team. I think it's a good team. I think this is another dark horse team. There's 2 potential dark horse team to me is EG and 100 Thieves, but I think it's
Can I ask you something?
no. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, but your third is TSM, right?
No. That's
That's
Blues.
Blues.
No, I mean fourth. I mean,
TSM,
fourth, right?
no, TSM's my 5th place team.
Oh, okay. I think we're on the same boat then.
See, they were calling me crazy until you came.
Where
like-
are
they're
you
like-
guys getting the TSM hype from?
They're like,
Who's
Bjergsen's our.
washed up?
They said Bjergsen's our Lord and Savior. He's outside with. They have shrines of Bjergsen outside.
My other list is TSM 5th, but not my personal list.
I'm just saying, Hooney's washed up. I don't even know that. Speaker maybe was a little overrated too.
Right?
Oh God, here we go.
Someone agrees.
But when's the last time Hooney showed up though?
Not the Mooney thing, like, cause that's
Triple Infinity
like,
Edge.
cause he played, cause like Nightwind said, he played fine in with EG when he went for during the playoffs. The whole thing with Speaker was like he finally got a full like a half a split to play. Remember, he didn't even play the spring split, so
He's young, bro. He's not even.
like I don't get how everybody's like Speaker's overhyped when Blabber's been there longer. Everybody else been there longer. The kid plays a half a split and he's overrated, but he played good.
They both
That
won
don't
one
make any
title.
sense.
Robert can actually carry.
So then why didn't he carry the seniors against the shitty TSM team then?
Bro,
You had Reaper over there coaching like a clown. He was picking whatever.
What do you mean? He's like, he got coach of the year. How is that a clown?
Did you watch any of C9? They said Reaper started picking random shit because they stared winning too much. So Reaper was clowning up over there.
Like I said, when Blabber can show me he can play from behind, I don't think Speaker is better than Blabber. That's not what I'm saying, by the way.
But
I'm
maybe,
not stupid.
yeah, you never know.
I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I know that Blabber is better than Speaker, but I definitely think that Speaker is in the top 5 of junglers for NA. I'm not gonna put him top 2. I'm not crazy, but to say that he's like overrated, that's like, come on, man. That's like saying that Iconic is better than Speaker. That's like, what are you on right now?
I don't even know who Iconic is, so.
Exactly my point.
No, like the issue here is like with the TSM roster that went 0-6 at Worlds 2020. With Spica, he looked good, but that goes into the 100 Thieves point I brought up. Was that just because of what was going on?
No, but think about that. Think about the group that he was in. All of those junglers are really damn good. Like
no, I agree, and he did perform well based off expectations.
And he performed well against those junglers. Like, can we say that if Fnatic didn't act stupid, they should have beaten top esports because Selfmade was popping off? Like that's just Clid
they
is
had
a good.
Nemesis, bro.
Game 3, Selfmade Game 3 picked Kha'Zix. They deserved to lose. What the fuck was that?
But here's my thing. We're comparing Speaker and a lens to the other TSM players. Let's be honest here. Double didn't show up. Brixton, you couldn't even find him. So if we're comparing him to the rest of the team, that's not that hard.
No, Broken Blade played good. Hey, Broken Blade played pretty well.
No, Broken Blade, Speaker. I honestly don't think Bjergsen played. I think the bot lane just shit the bed. Like no one, I'm not gonna deny that. Bot lane was horrible. Biofrost was a complete.
Biofrost could only play Rakan.
Bro, there was a TSM
if he wasn't
game.
on Rakan, there was no win.
There was a TSM game against Fnatic the second time around. When they had to win that game to at least make it to. Oh my god, they let a Graves steal a dragon with a Galio and a Leona and a Volibear. What type of bronze shit is that? He just walked in there and stole it with a Leona. What the fuck? Bro, they're all phoning it in. Double's like, Lena, please just suck me off after this game. Cause we're done, bro.
But
at that moment there, Bjergsen realized he was retiring.
They can even take advantage of Nemesis.
Bro, Bjergsen saw that. They saw a Graves steal a fucking dragon with a Galio, and Leo's like, alright, I'm done, bro. I'm just done. We're just fucking around.
In regards to my ranking, I have 100 Thieves third. And
okay.
And not because of like I look at the team and I feel like who he has really was kind of like on the teeter of like Darshan level where we didn't know what was gonna happen. Was he gonna retire? Was he gonna stop? And it seemed like his like transition and he found like a proper partner and FBI down there. Damonte is I would say a pole belter in his prime. Honestly, like he he does like even when he went with Clutch Gaming at the time, he didn't perform bad. Honestly, he
I
didn't
agree.
really perform bad.
And he has better mechanics
Uh,
too.
yeah, so
The one
and
thing I
that's
think, one thing I want to say is the Monte. He always outperforms what you think he's gonna do.
right.
I think he's like a B tier player. If you guys agree with that, I think he's not C
Yeah.
or
That's fine.
yeah.
We had him at B tier
So
on our tier list.
And then closer. I now this is gonna be my hot take. I have a feeling that closer will be MVP of the season, because I think he's gonna match up way better with Someday. Someday is by far has a better champion. Knows how to is even when 100 Thieves made it to that Worlds, he still performed pretty well, and he's always in the top at least 5 discussion for top laners.
Mhm.
So I feel like they did well. I feel like also team synergy is something that people take for granted.
That's
And when
true.
you have 4 players and just have to have one guy, basically, which is Someday mix in, I have a feeling that they'll get off to a hot streak and they can fix their problems better than the other teams.
Dude, I hope
So
you're right
that's
because their mid laner for their academy team is Ryoma. They can put in Ryoma. Oh,
Please
God,
don't.
please, God, no. Oh my God. We're just-
yeah, but that's my reasoning. For
All right,
that,
so
for the
since
first
most of
round.
our top 2 teams are going to be TL and C9, does anybody else have TL 100 Thieves third?
I do.
Okay, why
I
is
do
100?
too.
Okay, so Hades, why is 100 Thieves third for you?
Pretty much the same thing as I feel like someday closer are just gonna hard stomp games. Demonte's just gonna be a real solid mid laner, pop off moments when he can. FBI Huhi, you don't even have to send much resources down to this lane. Like this lane right here is just gonna be dominant in most cases. If they can't win lane, they're gonna be going even almost every time. They're not gonna just run it down.
All right, S, why is 100 Thieves third for you?
100 Thieves to me is I think that's Huhi and FBI wasn't a fluke, and they're gonna still be a top 3 bot lane.
Okay.
Demonte, I think he'll be like probably the 5th best mid laner around there in the league. And Closer and Someday, they're definitely gonna be like top 4 or 3 in their positions or higher. So really, we know what to expect. We kind of know what we're getting out of 100 Thieves. The only upgrade is Someday, which is a huge upgrade.
Yeah, that's. I agree. I hope it's not recency bias team where they just all fucking shit the bed. Oh, I hope not. Because I have them high up here.
I don't think it's recency bias because remember the outside of what Hanser, they were together for a whole split, and if you go back to like Griffin and in the sense of how long they were together, and we saw that if a team stays long together, their synergy is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's gonna be easier for like knowing how to build the comms, what to play around, and Someday can easily adjust. I'm sure I don't know who their coach is actually. So I think it's gonna be an easy
Oh,
transition.
it's the same guy, it's 6.
6 and golden glue.
Oh, Zix.
It sounded like his freaking wife just cheated on him when he said that. Oh my God. All right, so Blue has TSM third. So you're the only guy that has TSM third. Why is TSM at third for you?
Oh,
You're psychotic,
boy,
Blue.
here we go.
Bjergsen, dick sucking. I
Here we
can't
go.
wait for it. All right.
Here we go.
Turn your camera on. I want to see that Bjergsen shrine.
Oh no. All right. Well, first of all, I think. Okay, let's start with just the coaching in general. I think Bjergsen has a lot of experience that a lot of other coaches may not have. So I think, in general, Bjergsen would be a better coach than most other NA coaches, that is. In my opinion.
Mhm.
And we have Power of Evil, obviously. Well, he's like top 2 mid laner in the region. I put Jensen higher, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
And, wait, what?
Perks question mark?
I'm not gonna say anything about perks yet, but like he's an 80 carry in my opinion.
I
Wait,
mean, he
what?
played Spring Split.
Oh,
Spring
stop.
Split,
C9 signed a 280
I
carries.
know.
Just imagine.
and he looked really, really good, and he
Yeah,
adjusted his playstyle a lot.
But no, it's
He's
okay.
the
Just
best mid laner in Spring.
best mid laner of all time. Imagine if Bjergsen and Perks got together like they were actually like in a couple. Whew. The imagination.
But-
Continue, Blue. Oh my God, my brain just went.
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
other
So
way.
we got like Sora as a support. Now, yeah, this is where my logic kind of falls. Sorta is a shot caller, and he doesn't. Well, it's English team, so I
His
don't know how
English
that's
is
gonna
actually
work.
really, really good.
Is
It
that
is. It is.
Yeah, actually
Yes,
pretty good.
his English
Okay,
is like
yes,
one of the best in
TSM
LPL.
third. Sorta
That's
shot
good.
calling, unbeatable. Unbeatable. TSM's number one. It's being confirmed. Sorta can speak English. Team saved.
If Power of Evil,
What?
if Power of Evil can carry them, their highest would be third. That like,
Yeah.
Power of Evil was
But-
the guy holding down Chovy and what did the other guy fucking from Top Esports? What's that dude's name? Knight. He was holding it down in the mid
yeah,
lane.
Knight.
He was holding it down with them, and that's good. That's good to see.
And I still think Hootie isn't dead yet. I feel like we might be able to see a little bit of life out of that guy, you know?
He's not dead yet, but after this split,
I
he
mean,
failed, you
okay,
know,
just
I'm
give him-
telling you
Just
guys.
give him one more split. Just give it to him.
If they go 0-6 in Worlds again,
Oh my
He'll be
god!
dead.
That'd be-
Wait, what do you
I
think
would.
of Law?
I mean, I don't think TSM is making worlds, but
Oh,
and I'm a,
whoa! Okay.
and
I'm
I'm a
in the
TSM
boat.
fan.
I don't think they're gonna make worlds unless
Unless
because I feel like a lot of teams. My tier list is focusing especially on the very start of the split.
Mhm.
But once teams get to know their teams a lot better and synergy starts to get better, my tier list will change quite a bit. So
well, that's
Yeah.
why
I mean,
we'll
I'm
have
sure-
it.
yeah, mine too.
Where
I'm
do you
sure-
rank the TSM bot lane?
I can't rank
Mm.
them. The reason why I can't rank them is because I haven't really. I need to see more
haven't
of
seen
loss. I need to see more of loss with these better players. Because if I go by academy, he probably was the best, right?
Yep.
And that's kind of like unfair to these guys to rank them because you're basically just looking
obviously,
at
definitely.
yeah, like you have Sword Art, which is pretty much going to be the carrying the whole lane essentially. That's the hard
I'd
part.
say probably easily top 5.
Yeah,
At worst, top 10. Let's be honest.
if we had to rank TSM's bot lane right now, I'm gonna say 6th or 5th. I can't go higher than
Oh.
that.
I agree. Like I can't. Like it's like Sword Art carries the lane, so you don't even have an AD carry right now because we haven't really seen him play with all these better players. Sword Art's the bot lane. It's just there's a 4v5. I'm just
But I have a sneaky suspicious feeling that Cody Sun will come in because honestly, people sleep on Cody Sun and he's actually very good and he will I would say I think if you had Cody Sun with Sword Art, I would say I'd put TSM rank them higher.
I would probably rank him
honestly-
higher too. I probably would have had him
I
at like
would-
fourth,
Same.
like
I
maybe.
think the main reason they're going with loss is just for the growth aspect. I
Yeah,
think
because
they're
if he
trying to
plays
grow
well,
loss
then,
into
you know.
into the future.
Because if
instead of
Lost does
playing with
well,
something-
you can sell him too. You know that's also big because a lot of these
Yeah.
teams they don't say this, but it's like we know they're trying a new player out because let's say like 1 or maybe 4 of these new players work out on some of these teams, then you can sell them for more money, and that just grows the league more, which is not a bad thing. And I think it's a good thing we finally have that now. All right, so we have TL and C9 as our number 2 and number 1 teams. It's fair to say, right? Unless TSM's
Yep.
number 1 for you guys. Somehow you snuck it in
Nope.
here. Okay.
I think
It's
we
been
all,
one-
I think we all
it's-
discussed.
All right,
TSM
so-
It's
already.
number 1 in my heart, but not in my standings.
All right, so how many of us have C9 as number 1? I do.
Honestly, it's hard to say he'll be number 1 because I think he'll go either way. Honestly,
That's true.
either way.
That's true. They're interchangeable. I have C9
I have
number 1.
number 1 and number 2 very close, and everything below is pretty far.
All right, so the issue here with Team Liquid, my number 2 team, is the issue. It doesn't come with the roster. It technically does. It's like Santorin. Like, I don't think Santorin fixes their issues. I think it doesn't create an issue, but it doesn't fix them either. But I do think Santorin fixes an issue they had in mid-jungle, and we know Steve has been open about mid-jungle synergy, obviously being a problem for TL for the years, and I think this is the perfect combination for it, but I don't think Santorin has a higher ceiling like a player like Svenskeren or Blabber or Closer, and that's going to put them down, obviously. I think Alfari is going to be arguably the best top laner in the league, potentially top 3, that's fine, but the issue here is, does Santorin fix their early game issues? That's the one problem here. Other than that, the roster's amazing.
I think he'll fix it, but I'll get to that. But I think Santorin, like someone mentioned, I think TL is a perfect mix. They have like Jensen to me is a superstar. Tactical has become a superstar in my eyes, and Alfari, and then Santorin and Core JJ. I mean, Core JJ was the MVP, but I think they just mesh well. I think they just have a very well together put team. Like they're gonna have options, but that's why I'm going
So-
with that.
I'm going with TL because 3 of the players have potential MVP candidates. Because
Oh, fair.
Alfoy, I feel like Alfoy is gonna destroy almost every top laner in NA. He's gonna
By far.
By far.
Yeah, by far.
By
He's not-
far.
Like, I'm not. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure about Fudge yet. But
That's the
we
issue
know where
here, yeah.
Alfoy is.
Yeah.
We know where
Yeah.
he is. Santorin is a proven vet. He can't be worse than.
But
Proxy.
does Santorin make the team better though? Like that's what I'm
Yes, it
struggling
does.
with.
Yes,
I mean, I think it's a big
yeah.
upgrade from Brock.
I know
Yeah.
a lot of
But
people
people
bro.
said that about Xmithy
Oh,
too.
that's
People said
extreme.
Broxa was going to be an upgrade over Xmithy, and look what kind of happened. You
True.
know, I'm just saying. Like I don't see how his playstyle effectively makes them faster. I'm talking about this team being faster paced though. In terms of playing around mid, it's perfect. This is a jungler Jensen's probably always needed though. But in terms of playing faster, probably gonna be roughly the same playstyle team. Roughly.
Let's
I feel like if
how about
Top
we
and
say
Bot
we-
can get steam rolling, I feel like they could just play faster off of that. Not
Core JJ,
necessarily-
yeah, you're right. Core JJ could be on set support, and that could happen too. But
think
Oh, I
about
love
it
me
this
some
way.
stat support.
me too.
The
That
TL
shit's
who won
broken.
4 splits in a row, this is basically version 2.0. It's upgraded damn near in every
I can't
aspect.
wait till Cloud9 shit stomps this team in the fucking dirt.
I can't wait. Cloud9 becomes Cloud9, like you
What?
said.
What? But that's my only issue with the team. Every player on the team is good to me. I'm just the question mark is Santorin. It's like, can he have a faster paced playstyle with the team? Because that's always been their thing. They want faster paced aggression. Does Santorin fix that? Well, we'll see. We'll have to see. I won't know.
Why did TL play slow in the first place, though?
Broxa.
Think about it.
Broxa.
But also, think about it. Double Lift has always been like the best late game insurance ever in NA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it hits late
yeah.
game, you can count on Double Lift to carry.
NA Uzi.
No, I'm
That
saying
didn't
in
really
NA.
work at Worlds.
I said NA.
I just said the NA Uzi.
In our lovely region where we're gonna win Worlds this year. We're winning Worlds this year, guys.
Oh,
I guarantee it. No, I'm fucking
TL
lying.
versus C9 in the finals.
Are you?
Guys.
I need to crack Euron because that's just
Someone
You guys
amazing.
watched Top Esports play recently?
Bro,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
disappointed in Knight
bit
so
scary.
much last year.
Right?
Knight was hyped
Damon's
up, and
looking
he didn't
scary
show
again.
up.
Yes, well.
Tell me, did Knight show up to Worlds? Because I didn't find him.
No,
anywhere.
he didn't.
No,
I
he
would
didn't.
say
He
Because the
very-
meta
he
wasn't mid
underperformed.
lane meta.
I think he played fine, but that carry Syndra Knight that's super scared that everyone's scared of, that Knight didn't show up. We got a version of Knight that just he was like, I'm getting paid millions of dollars. I'll just be like double lift this whole tournament.
I wish Knight played more
some
hyper
players
carries.
just can't show
Yeah.
up to international events. Like, even though they're godlike in the region, some players just don't have it.
All right, well, once I
I mean, to be- to be fair-
because he didn't play the champions.
I mean, to be fair for Knight, that's his first international event, and you make it to semifinals. That's not that bad of a showing if you think about it.
So
I mean,
Hey,
next-
but
nope,
did
next year?
Showmaker and Chovy
I think he was
Better than an A. Better than an A.
All right, let's finish this first. I want to finish this first. So that's why I have Team Liquid at second place. It's only just Santorin's a question mark, but even for Cloud9, I have a question mark for Cloud9, which is not Fudge actually. My question mark is Blabber. I don't think Blabber's as insane as people I like to talk about him, but he's good. But the problem here is every single thing people have talked about for Fudge was said about every other top laner for C9's ever had. When they even brought in Impact over Balls, people said, oh, is Impact going to do well? And he did really well. The same thing happened with Licorice. Is Licorice going to be better than Impact? Well, happened with Licorice. So I think they know what they have done with their roster to make it good, because out of all the rosters that have ever done moves, no one's really, I mean, even when you did question Cloud9's roster moves, they've always worked out except for like maybe a few times. Like, do you guys trust any other org in the league to make roster moves that you're for sure might work?
yes.
TSM, I'm gonna throw you out this fucking call.
Dignitas.
Get out! I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
Like Perks in the LEC 2020 spring split, he had 46 out of the 51 kills, like solo kills or some shit. It was it was a weird stat or some shit. He was pretty
crazy.
good actually. Rumble mid, he was just good in general. So I don't
And
think
he was roaming a lot more than he was when he was the main mid laner for
and you guys were neglecting
T2.
Sorry, you guys were neglecting Sven and Vulcan. I think at a certain point, C9 could only play through Sven. Sven, I don't think it was his fault the team failed. He still was perfectly fine, in my own personal opinion.
No, they started failing when teams started realizing that they could attack Blabber in the jungle.
That's why I said Blabber
he was
is
very
the weak
volatile.
point. That's why I said Blabber is the weak part of the team. I think if Svenskeren was on the team, they're even better. I think if they kept Svenskeren, you have a much better team.
No.
I don't think Blabber is as good as a lot of people make them out to me, but I don't think he's bad either. You don't like my Danish boys?
Hey, I just thought something interesting. Blabber is like the non-toxic Dardock.
But
Play style Dark.
that fool said.
Please don't say that.
Please don't say that.
Please.
First off, Blabber, this friggin' animal in a friggin' one of those like posts was like, I'm the best fucking jungler, but loses to TSM in the friggin' to get to where. Shut the fuck up, kid. Like, sorry.
But yo, those are my only issues with Cloud9. It's just Blabber. That's it. I think all these players for Team Liquid, I think they'll be fine. I saw Fudge in Academy. He's not trash, but I want to at least give the respect that Cloud9 know what they're doing, because it's happened with all the other pickups they did outside of like maybe one. It was that one roster they tried doing it and they switched it back in 2018 summer. But other than that, I think it's a good roster overall. If you want to put TL first, you're more than perfectly okay. That's a fine thing. It's going to be interchangeable. These are the best two teams. I think that's unarguable. But it's like, if Perks plays as good as he normally does, like, that's better than Jensen too.
I feel like Perks just needs some ramp up time. That was my biggest point when I was making the decision. I feel like Perks needs some ramp up time.
Also,
I'd say hopefully by mid season he's got it and is like on point. But
and this is what I brought up in my video.
I felt the same way. I feel like Blabber, and then I feel Fudge, because Fudge really hasn't like totally proven himself. Like, he's played against Licorice obviously in their little in-house scrims or whatever.
But if
or like
C9,
between the academy and
like, all from this is I'm taking the if C9 think that Fudge is going to be a better fit of his team, and he's better, well, I'll go with it. But it's like, that doesn't automatically mean I'm just going to trust the decision. I have to see him play.
Right.
And even Jensen's really good. I think Jensen is arguably second best mid laner. But in terms of Perks, we kind of know Perks is better, even by like not just internationally, like even by all the Cloud9
game knowledge wise,
knowledge, and you also have to factor in this: every single mid laner Cloud9 has ever had. I think Perks would be the most clutch. I think that he has the best mechanics. And I think he knows how to play the game to a certain point where he can rally the team around him. Also, not that coaches count, obviously, but he has played with Sven again, and he also highlighted he loves playing with Sven. He likes having Mithy as a coach. So these are all bonus things for him, and I just couldn't see a world where he just fails, man.
That was a big thing for him, was having Sven Mithy on this team. Well, not Mithy on the team, but Mithy as a coach.
And people talk about Core JJ. I mean, Vulcan's not slouch. Vulcan's not bad. Vulcan's definitely pretty good. He also won a split this past year.
You better be good.
The $1 million.
$1 million. Better be good.
I'm just saying, Perks cost $11 million. If you win no titles with $11 million, it's the biggest waste of money of all time. Oh my god. But,
I was gonna mention the coaching staff for C9 looks really, really, really good. You got Mithy, you got Max, you got Vigar V2, then you got Rainover as coach. Yeah.
I think this is a good
coaching
roster.
staff look incredible.
I just don't think Blabber's the only question mark for me, because people are always like, well, don't you think Fudge is? Not really. Based off who they've always brought up, they've always been fine, relatively. And if we look at who they just brought in, which was Licorice, and he was the best top laner for relatively almost 2 years, I mean, hey, am I not? Is that not fair to get that same type of acknowledgement for Licorice and for Fudge, and he was just brought up? I guess it's, tomato. That's how Team Liquid or C9 will go, but it's definitely going to be funny if, like, what if Jack and Steve made a money match bet against the finals if they make it? Oh my god. Do like a $12 million bet or some shit. They would love it. Remember, Reginald did that against Steve in the fucking 2018 spring.
Yep, 18.
In the first opening match, Reginald bet like $5,000 to his team. His team would beat Team Liquid and he lost. Freaking Mike Young first pick Shyvana. What the hell?
First of all, Mike Young on TSM.
That was oh
god.
That was just stupidity.
Dude, Mike Young was so overhyped.
He was so overrated. He was already failing before he went to TSM. I was like, fuck.
Bjergsen was like, nah, he's got it, guys.
Don't worry, guys. He's got it. I love him, and I play with him, and I love him. What the fuck? Fucking weird people in this league.
Didn't Miffy teach him how to jungle at one point?
He did, and he failed at it.
Literally had to
it
teach
didn't
him how to
work.
jungle.
But to be fair, like imagine like have you guys ever played like solo queue games where this one dude's just constantly in your ear just talking, and it's like I just want to punch people like that. Like I understand his point of view. It's like this guy's constantly giving this dude advice and he's constantly talking. It's like, dude, you gotta let the guy breathe and work out. But nevertheless, that's later on. Why do you guys have TL and C9 at first and second?
I have
Good.
so I have C9 second. Because like someone mentioned, Perks needs to ramp up. Fudge is gonna be put in the Wolves pen, so that's gonna be because he's gonna have to deal with Alfari and Someday and other veteran. So we'll see how he hands up on that stage. The bot lane is actually suspect to me. I feel like Sven is the NA reckless. Honestly, like he doesn't. Like that's how I see him. Like he doesn't carry games. I don't see him like
Hold on.
like that's how I feel. So that I actually am looking at the bot lane because that's where they got beat by FBI and who he and that's my question mark. My question mark is actually the bot lane, and then I put again Blabber playing from behind. Blabber ahead, he's an animal. Blabber behind, he's a gerbil. So I don't know.
Wait, hold on. I need to clarify something. Did you say NA reckless? Hold on.
Yeah, he's the NA. He's the NA reckless.
Hold on, man. NA reckless. Are we talking about D reckless here?
I mean, what I mean by NA reckless is not like in accomplishments. Reckless is not you don't hear reckless is like dominating the lane like an Uzi or like a Jackie Love or like that. He's like he waits for the late game.
Did you see what Reckless and Hillsang did to everyone? Like they lost in
the quarterfinals. Yeah, you're right.
There's a lot of pop-up moments this year. His Worlds performance was actually pretty solid.
They went home a week later after TSM did. So hey, fuck it, all right?
Did you see what happened to Reckless against G2 in the LEC finals too? Like
he had Nemesis.
Like this.
What is that? Wait a second. They had Nemesis before, and they beat G2 before to get to the finals. So what is you can't
no ADC in the West was better than Reckless the last 2 years. Like you can't compare Sven to Reckless.
I honestly, people keep looking at me like they got shotguns and snipers ready. I still think Hansama is very much better than Reckless.
I think Upset's better too. Upset's better too.
Hansama saw Reckless. He didn't.
First of all, Reckless has flat out said that Hansama is mechanically better than him.
That doesn't mean in game he's better.
I mean, but who? Well, I don't want to get into the LEC debate because I just want to stay on topic.
I just want to say, dude, Sven isn't no offense to Sven, but he wishes he was Reckless. That's all I'm saying.
I'm talking about. No, I don't mean accomplishment. I meant as in play style when it comes towards team fighting.
I think Sven is good in team fighting. I think he actually can carry because you look at even the first part of spring, they were doing really well. He didn't die for the first 7 weeks or some shit. He was honestly putting out some really good damage.
But to be fair, C9 was ahead of the curve.
That's true, I guess.
To all the teams in the regards to the meta and how to play the game. And then the teams finally leveled up, and when they got I think their first loss was to 100Thieves, which I think that happens. I'm not saying that.
Ones anyway.
Yeah, I mean, but that's my question mark because it's okay, dude, you said that Smoothie was bad. I'm not sure if he played. Sven didn't play with Zazel, so now this is your second time running around with the $2 million man. What's gonna happen now, dude? If it doesn't work out, that's my question right there.
It's okay. Blue, where do you have C9 and TL?
C9 TL.
Yeah.
I think they are very close to each other. C9 on top though.
Okay.
That's how I have it. I think C9 has a higher power ceiling than Team Liquid. Maxed out C9 is slightly more scary than a maxed out Team Liquid, in my opinion.
Also, I think
That's
the
how I see
playstyle. I think C9's adaptation and playstyle would be better. But then again, that's also goes with whatever the meta is in Season 11. Because Season 11 meta, oh shit, I don't even want to go into that.
Yeah.
Hades, what do you have for C9 and TL?
I have C9 second, TL first.
All right, you're out. I'm just.
C9FanCast, bro. Why C9 second?
Yeah.
So
this is the 1 year
my biggest
since
thing
like
was
2017.
volatility in jungle.
Okay.
Fudge is still like unproven in LCS. Perks need some ramp up time, so I feel like early on in spring split they're probably gonna have some rough games going in. And then for Team Liquid, I feel like having the core of the team from Jensen, Tactical, Core JJ returning, that alone is just going to be able to carry games. I mean, Core JJ's roaming style, getting Jensen ahead, moving that pressure up to Alfari. I mean, with Santorin and Alfari in top jungle, like, this team's just going to look unstoppable.
You know what's really weird about Team Liquid, people don't bring up, is that they were good with, like, playing, like, how many champions they said? Jat said they only played like 10? They were...
Oh, yeah, they played the lowest in the league.
And they were, like, second place. And then they almost beat TSM because, you know, Broxo over here just phoning it in game 5 where he did a Baron like 20 minutes when he shouldn't have. And it's like, if they were that good at second place with, you know, very few picks, maybe with better players in their top side, it could be a whole lot more different for them. It's just that... I don't know. Their playstyle has always been the same. And I know people are going to be like, well, it's a different team now, blah, blah, blah. No. You need to prove your playstyle is different to me. I don't like that, you know, people start... It's a weird narrative that goes, well, it's a new team, so it has to be different. No, like, that they should prove it to you it's different first. Like, TL has never really had a different playstyle. And just because they have maybe a faster pace top laner doesn't mean their jungler's going to be proving that. Like, Santorin was pretty slower paced on FlyQuest to a certain extent. Ignar was a really underrated part on FlyQuest. If Team Liquid can play fast, then they could challenge Cloud9 in my own personal opinion. But I think overall, it's going to be it should be a C9 versus Team Liquid finals. It should be. But you know how these things go. We could be looking at C9 100Thieves finals for all we know, or C9 versus EG. You know, or C9 TSM, which is always the classic one. And then TSM would get fucking... Oh my lord, that would be hilarious.
Oh, so... I think the Cloud9 and TL thing is... I'm just looking at it this way. I think I haven't watched much Academy, so let's just for now say Alfari better than Fudge. Jungle is probably going to be even, in my opinion, I think. Mid lane... Okay, let's be honest. Perks is probably the second greatest mid laner in the West. But Jensen is still world class. He's not going to get destroyed by Perks.
So I mean, he did well against Caps and Angel in their group, so I can't.
Exactly. That's why I say Jensen is world class. Perks isn't going to be able to like move him around, like push him around. And Core JJ, well, honestly, I'm not going to lie. If I told you, I think he's a top 3 support in the world.
He's definitely pretty good. He's really good.
Definitely agree with that.
Coming out from his in-houses games, oh my god. Who was that dog shit caller on Hotline League? He said Core JJ's gonna phone it in. What crack are you on?
That dude was smoking something. I don't know.
Dude, he ate shrooms.
Do you see the in-house where Core JJ had like 4 amateur players against like a mostly pro team, and they just smacked them?
And the one stick say
wasn't even close.
Like, dude,
it wasn't even close. It was so funny.
Oh my
Core
god.
JJ is he's on a different level.
He's actually on Cloud9.
Like, dude, honestly, you know how some random people are saying Swordart's better? I think Core JJ is better than Swordart.
Well, I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not stupid.
He's like, I don't associate with those morons.
I just think people are like. We're not underrating Core JJ, but people underrate him because he's an NA, but he's just a beast, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But Swordart, I want to put it into here. Like, Swordart was good in the LPL. Anybody that says that Swordart was trash, you should unsubscribe from the channel. So Swordart was not bad in the LPL 2020 season.
No, he wasn't.
The issue with
and
Swordart...
the competition over there is way bigger.
Yeah,
like,
so like...
Especially in the bot lane.
He was what, like the... I thought he was like the 7th best support in the league, but even at
playing
that...
with 4 rookies.
He looked good.
Oh, whoa. What are you on today? Are you on Molly right now? What, 4th?
I thought it was good overall.
7th, sorry.
maybe not 7th, but at least top 10. But the issue here is like Sword Art goes into my 100 Thieves argument. Recency bias with Worlds 2020. He did play really well at the event, but he had some moments that people don't even call out. Like, was this guy not getting caught out on bar 24/7? Like, he had moments where he was clearly running it down, but those will get brought up because, you know, people have Sword Art's dick literally in their mouth and his balls hanging on their mouth. That's how it works with these things. But
I'm not trying to underrate Sword Art, but I just think Corey JJ is a better player.
No, that's fine. I think it goes.
I don't think anybody disagrees with you on that one.
I think he's a fine player overall. I think he's great. It's going to be hard because you have Core JJ, you have Vulcan, you have Sword Art. There's some good support in the league. I don't think
exactly.
And that's why 100 Thieves might be a bit lower, even in terms of this, because even Ignar is better than Huhi. And I think the problem with the 100 Thieves is, you know, Huhi's going to be a weak link potentially when you compare him to like Ignar, Sword Art, Core JJ, Vulcan. He was clearly worse than them. It's just that his team was peaking at moments where it benefited him. So that's pretty much it for our LCS 2021 Spring Split Power Ranking. So, anything else you guys want to say? Any other hot takes?
I was gonna say that the reason I had TL first is I just feel that Jat in his half a split took a seventh place or
Ninth
team
place.
I think, or
ninth place, right?
Ninth place team and then take them to Worlds and make them go 3-3 and probably the group that had the most success with G2 making it into semis and then, you know, Suning going far too. So I feel that the coach, Jack, doesn't get a lot of credit for, and with better players, you should probably, it's assuming that he's going to have better success. So that's all I got to say. I think everybody covered most of the players on TL. So, but I think Jack should get some credit for. And I feel like he's good.
The issue here with Cloud9, I'll bring this up too. Reignover isn't proven as a head coach, so if you want to throw that in there as an argument, that's fine. He's not proven. Neither is Bjergsen, so that makes our teams definitely worse, potentially, but it depends on other factors too. But, like, that's why I don't really judge coaches, because we really don't know what they do, but the Jap point works really well. Imagine with now he has better players with his roster. Hey, sky's the limit now. Maybe NA can get to semis this year.
Hell yeah.
Hey, there you go. Maybe fucking Dignitas could get to World Finals. You never know.
It's funny, even though this year has had the biggest amount of like big names imports. This is the split where there's the most actually like Canadian and North American players. Like it's basically a lot of NA. Well, if you want to count NA residency, but NA for most, like 70% of the players are actually North American, so that's a good sign for once, you know.
America,
we're not an immigration team anymore, so no offense.
Hey, I'm driving the NA hype train. I think both TL and C9 are gonna be top 8 teams.
Oh my god,
we're driving the hype train.
You have more hope than we do. We're like tempering our expectations a little bit. I think if Cloud9 get back to Worlds, they'll get out of group stage. Because they've only missed like 2 group stages ever, and I think people go like, well, if they didn't get out of group stage 2 times, so that means they're trash. I mean, they've only been the only team that's ever done well for us. So I mean, you know, I'd imagine it's hard to get out of a group with like 2019 Griffin and 2019 G2. I imagine that group is pretty hard, other than your fucking shitty ass European H2K that had a team of HQ, INTZ, and shitting the bed fucking Clearlove, who can't play Rek'Sai properly in season 6. Fuck it. Hey,
listen, H2K did great that year. Don't hate on them.
They were not good, dude. They got so lucky. That is the epitome of luck right there. But I digress.
They played Albus, Nox, Luna.
Dude, HQ was so bad. The Karma stole a Baron with the Q, and Vander could have blocked it, but he just let him steal it. What shitty ass group is that? We're actually playing solo Q on stage, but that's another tangent in itself. And probably said, oh yeah, our group was hard. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here!
So, they had the easiest quarterfinals matchup ever in Albus, Nox, Luna.
They got their shit caved in by Samsung Galaxy. It was like Crumb-fisted them. Crumb-fisted the shit out of Ryu. Oh my god!
I'm curious. Who do you guys like from? You know, because I know we're at that. Who do you see making MSI?
Okay.
From each of. I mean, I have TL going to MSI.
C9, G2. For China's such a toss-up.
Yeah, I don't know anything about China.
You could say.
No, I meant just for NA. Who do you, out of the teams that we've said for like since it was the
I would say
Alright,
C9.
LCS.
C9
You say
remember C9
okay.
missed out last spring, and now they can go to MSI this spring and make up for
I
it.
can tell you each region.
I would say, okay, so I would go
Tell it.
C9, G2, Damwon for the LCK, LPL, and LEC.
I think
How
T1 will
about
make
FPX for
MSI.
China? Oh, FPX for China because
You're wrong, Coke. If you think
I think
T1's
it'll be
making it,
What?
Yes, I'm saying it now.
T1?
T1 will make it to MSI.
T1 C9 finals.
they didn't even
let's go.
play good at a
They
Casper
even-
Cup.
Yeah, they look
T1
real
I
bad
guess
at Casper.
was the academy roster. It wasn't the main roster.
That
Yeah,
is
it was
true. They didn't play.
Academy.
They
It
played
was
Academy.
I
Same
would
as
say-
Genji. Genji only played academy.
That's why I said Damwon. I would say Damwon. They're
But-
Damn one's guaranteed.
Okay, so the
Like,
only
they
reason
just
I'm
look
saying
too
T1
dominant
is
again.
because apparently T1 hasn't lost a single scrim match or since Worlds.
so they're the golden glue of LCK. I
Okay,
love
so
it.
you have.
Yeah.
I mean, I could give you my teams that I have.
Okay.
I have TL for NA. I have I know this is gonna be a hot take. I have Fnatic going to MSI.
Oh,
it's not-
no.
that's not too bad. I mean, I think the
Um,
Fnatic roster is a lot better than what people are
Actually,
making out to
I
be.
actually think I honestly think Niski is gonna
Smurf on
be
those
top
EU
2.
kids.
Yeah, he's gonna be top 2 in LEC, and then I have
slaps him across.
LCK. I'm gonna have Gen G. I think and then for LPL. That's tough because man, Zoom got done dirty, and I feel like JDG, if they actually played, they could have got out. But whatever.
Listen,
So I'm gonna have
It's
TS. I have TS for LPL coming up.
it's the return of IG. We coming back.
Oh,
No,
no.
I see
No.
IG making Worlds. I don't see IG
No.
making.
Oh,
Bro,
no.
the Shy,
They're not-
the
what?
Shy was playing Lucian.
No,
The Shy was
I'm on
playing
the FPS
Lucian.
train.
The Shy was playing Lucian, and he went 0-8, and I swear to God, it was 10 games. This man was just phoning it in. He was like, all right, fuck it. Just
No,
fuck it. Zero
no, okay,
Lucian
I'm gonna
every
be-
game. 0-10 Lucian. It was so many games. He played so bad. But his
be
mechanics were
true.
so good. I love the Shy, man, but he's been phoning it in for like the past year, man.
I'm on
I think his head blew up
actually.
after
His head blew up.
2019.
I'm on the FPX train.
He
I think
got
Naguri's a big upgrade.
I mean,
Yeah.
so you think so? I mean that's fair with Nuguri going to.
I don't.
Which I don't know why he did that, but whatever.
I feel like
He got
Damwon is
paid,
looking
bro. He
better.
got-
Damwon actually
Damwon
downgraded
somehow
Khan.
looks better than Worlds.
Yes.
I don't think Khan is as bad as people made out to me. Khan is, so if Naguri's like a 9, Khan is like an 8. Khan, he just can't play carries properly. He can't play tanks properly, and he's not like flexible. But those are issues you can fix, though. You know.
If Nongshim somehow beats Damwon, you won't see him here next week. I'll be missing in action.
But that's pretty much it. We had a great
Wait,
show.
is it my turn? Wait, let me get my ranking.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No, so I got G2, TL, and I'm on the FPX hype train. And for OCK, I'm gonna go Damwon. A T1 is, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Faker's trash. Like he's just garbage. He's never
Oh.
won shit. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Listen,
kidding.
bro,
I'm just
if
kidding.
Faker ever returns to that season 7 form where he dragged the corpse of SKT to the finals, my God, bro.
But that's pretty much it. We had a great show tonight. It was fun having you guys here. Definitely, we'll have some more fun. We have the lock-in tournament, which is what next in a few weeks, right? It's on the 15th for LCS.
Couple weeks, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to shit on
Yeah.
these guys. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh,
Whew.
yeah.
But yeah, see you guys later. Like, comment,
I
subscribe.
can
Most of all,
prove
enjoy.
my Golden Guardians 4th place.
If
Right.
Golden Guardians is the 4th place in your list, I'm never having you on your fucking.
Yeah, done for.
You're over here trolling. You know what? Golden Guardians 4th place. Why? Because I love them.
Look, I'll send you my. See, that was my fake list. I'll show you my real list.
Bro, like, even with a lot of people, it's like, why do you like this player? Oh, I saw his videos on YouTube. You're actually retarded. You're just retarded. You're just actually stupid. That's YouTube
Highlight reels are too good.
It's like, people are comparing their YouTube persona to, like, their actual play. It's like, that doesn't make sense. You actual stupid fucks. But it doesn't matter. I'm not too mad with that. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe,
See
most of all,
ya.
enjoy.
Later,
I'm a night.
guys.
Whale of Esports. We're signing out, guys. Peace. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yo, it's the Nightwing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video that you guys just watched. And if you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. And if you never want to miss out on a single upload, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I post a video. Thank you guys for the continued support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.